Okay, let's just get right into it. We're going to tackle the one question that's probably been bugging you, the one you see everywhere in developer forums and late-night chats. Is learning to code even worth it anymore? We're going to figure that out right now.
I mean, seriously, let's be real for a second. With all the crazy stuff you see AI doing, is it still worth your time to grind through tutorials, to learn all this complicated syntax? Is there actually a future here?
Or did we just miss the boat? Is this a game that AI has already completely dominated, leaving anyone who's just starting out in the dust? And look, it is so easy to feel this way. You see an AI spin up an entire app from a single sentence and you get that sinking feeling in your stomach, right? And it just asks, what's the point? Am I learning a skill that's going to be obsolete by the time I'm even good at it?
Yeah, we're calling this feeling the AI anxiety. And if that hits home for you, you need to know you are definitely not alone. It's a totally normal reaction to the power of the tools we're about to look at. Because let's face it, what these things can do is just staggering. GitHub Copilot finishes your thoughts, writing whole functions for you. An AI can spit out a complex SQL query in a heartbeat. It can find that one stupid bug you've been staring at for 3 hours. Watching that in action, yeah, it's easy to feel completely demoralized.
But here's the twist. This is the big pivot. What if we've been looking at this whole thing completely backwards? What if the part of the job that's getting automated was never really the most important part in the first place? We have to make a critical shift in our minds, away from typing and toward thinking.
So check this out. There's a huge difference here. The old role, the coder, your value is all about how fast and how accurately you could type out syntax. Well, that's fading away. AI is just better at it, period. But the role of the problem solver, the person who actually understands the business, the systems, the context, and why you're building something, that person is becoming more valuable than ever before.
If you remember one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this. AI didn't replace thinking. It replaced typing. It's a tool for execution, not for real understanding. It has zero judgment, no business sense, and it definitely doesn't understand what a user actually needs. It just types what you tell it to, way faster than any of us can.
So where does that leave us? Where is that human advantage? Let's break down the specific places where AI just can't hang, where our insight isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely critical.
Okay, for example, think about databases. Sure, an AI can write you a flawless SQL query to delete all of your inactive users, but is writing the query the real job? Nope, not even close. A human, you, has to understand all the data relationships and the constraints. A human has to be the one to tell the marketing team, hey, if we run this query right now, it's going to grind the whole app to a halt. And, most importantly, when that query goes wrong and accidentally deletes paying customers at 3 a.m., the AI isn't getting that frantic emergency call. You are. A human owns the responsibility because only a human has the actual understanding. It's the exact same story with data analysis. An AI can whip up 1,000 gorgeous charts from a dataset in seconds, but it has absolutely no idea what story that data is supposed to tell. An AI doesn't know that the big spike in sales you're seeing was because of a holiday, not your brilliant new ad campaign. It doesn't have an ethical bone in its body to warn you that, hey, visualizing this tiny sample size is super misleading. That stuff takes human context, domain expertise, and a sense of right and wrong. And this really is the key takeaway for this whole section. AI is a force multiplier. If your understanding of a subject is pretty shallow, AI is just going to help you create shallow work, but way faster. But if your understanding is deep, AI becomes this incredible lever, amplifying your power to solve really tough problems. It makes what you know more powerful. It never, ever replaces knowing.
So, what does this all mean for you right now as you're trying to learn all this stuff? Well, it means the rules of the game have totally changed, and your learning strategy has to change right along with them.
Just look at this contrast here. The old way was all about memorizing syntax, grinding out coding problems, all just to land a job. The new model, it's so much deeper. It's about truly understanding the fundamentals so you can ask the AI better questions. The goal isn't just to get a job anymore. The goal is to learn how to think.
So your new mission is not to try and type faster than an AI. It's to build a deeper foundation. Go really deep on the fundamentals. Build actual projects that break because figuring out why they broke is where the real learning happens. And get really good at explaining the why behind your choices, not just the how you built it. That right there, that's your unique value.
All right, let's bring this all home with what might be the most important message of all. If you're just starting out and you're feeling hopelessly behind, you really need to hear this.
It's not that the barrier to get into this field got higher, it just got different. The price of admission isn't your ability to memorize a bunch of syntax anymore. The new price of admission is the clarity of your thought.
And that's really what it all boils down to. The people who survive and thrive in this new world won't be the fastest typers. They will be the clearest thinkers, the ones who can handle ambiguity, design elegant systems, and guide these insanely powerful AI tools to solve real, meaningful problems. That is the skill to focus on.
So if you're learning right now and you're feeling confused, maybe struggling to connect all the dots, congratulations. Seriously, you're not late, you're not behind. You are standing on the exact spot where real learning actually begins now. This is the new starting line for what it means to be a true problem solver in the age of AI. And trust me, that is an incredibly exciting place